Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Chinese, we have Hydrakone. Spawn on the left side as the red Germans, we have Ironman 2000. Let's see now, let's take a look and see what natives on the map. We do have the Akin, which do give you access to the Akin Kanoba, how do you pronounce that? It sounds like a musketeer variant. And the Yorbara. Yorbara gives you access to the Yorbara O Legionary and the Aura Isso Rider. When it comes to natives, not natives, explorers' names, Zagen, which sounds like a relatively random spawn name, and Hendrik Stellar, which sounds like another randomly generated name. And definitely not a Hendrik. I hear a lot of gunfire. It might be maybe some of the deer being herded or gazelles. Some savannah doggos. We do not have, looks like an African vagabond there. Looks like blue is eyeing for an early trade post. Has his village deployed on the field. So if he finds any livestock on the map, he could of course get past him over there, but it doesn't look like there's any livestock. Of course, China does start off with goat. He needs to perhaps delegate the goats on top of the village to get fattened a little bit quicker. Not going to be collecting anytime soon. Might as well fatten up. Hyenas engaging the German settler. And now we do have a shipment here. Let's see what the Chinese player is going for his deck. We, of course, got the Tea Export, Northern Refugees, Wood Coin, Chuko News, Quang Pikemen, Steppe Riders, Mongolian Scourge, Flamethrower and Castle Rickshaw, Diplomatic Intrigue, Rattan Shields, Atonement, let's see. Outlaw units, costless population, train repentant iron troops, mercenaries at your monster once you reach the fortress age. Iron troops are actually a pretty good unit, if I remember correctly. They're a really heavy musketeer. Arquebus, train those swordsmen, territorial army combat, repelling volley, Bayang army, meteor hammers, hand mortars, intervention, Iron Manchurian cavalry archers, Iron Ming iron troops, which is the same iron troops as mentioned up here. Old dynasty reforms, Manchu combat, and Western reforms. For the German text, we got villagers, economic theory. We got that disciple there. Settler wagons, wood coin, crossbows, Ulans, frontier defense. Does Ulan give you extra Ulans? No, it does not give you additional Ulans. Frontier defenses, advanced arsenal, Irish brigadiers. Shan Horse reform. Crossbows are fully replaced by veteran landwares at the barracks. Home city and on the map. Landwares are riflemen that inflict greater base damage at the expense of less bonus damage. So more of a generalist unit. Replace your crossbows, more of a generalist unit. Skirmishers, Ulans, cavalry combat, war wagons. Princely Bavarian army. Places war wagons in a stable in home cities with naturalized Wilselbach Chevaliers and called Prince Chevaliers. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names. That can be trained and upgraded. Also ship a number of those same units. So that may be some sort of Dragoon variant. I'm not exactly sure. We got, of course, hired German Black Riders, improved mercenaries, mercenary camp. So we've got a mercenary deck, circle army, give you Black Brunswickers, which I think is a musketeer variant, 7-8 mounted infantry, or heavy range cavalry or skirmisher, and Saxon Cuirassiers, long range infantry hit points, which does improve skirmishers, crossbows, and landwares hit points. Heavy cannons, factory, and infinite Habsburg allies. We do have the Summer Palace here, which should give him free standard armies, give him enough time. The Age Up also give him access to 400 food shipment. Got a good number of settler wagons on the field. And right now we got 14 villagers versus 15, and of course we got a handful of settler wagons, which means imagine add another 8 more, so he's definitely ahead on villager count. Got some villages to house the villagers for the Chinese, and now he's going for a shipment of step riders, and eventually we'll be going to the flamethrower and castle rickshaw. Step riders, of course, a cheap hussar, a mix of a hussar and lancer, or like it just meant to more of a soft counter to light and shock. Does not meant to be a counter to heavy. Step riders do pick off these 2 Ulans that must have came in from shipment. And now he is torching his relationships he has with the French. I'm not sure what he picked up from the French. There's some cheap shipments you can bring on in from the French. But who wants to be allied with the French? At the castle rickshaw and the flamethrower. The Germans will have to fight a flaming warfare relatively soon, or he just keeps in reserve. We do now have these step riders advancing forward. 7 is a good number. So the wagons have twice the amount of health, but a single lone villager, or maybe 2 lone villagers, who can't be picked on off. Ulan's not moving around. Ulans have more damage, less health than regular hussars. They have similar health to these step riders, but more than twice the damage. More Ulans not being put on field. Looks like another Ulan does go down. These Ulans are maybe enough to engage these step riders. They do hit very hard, but it looks like their damage is not exactly visible through their... The step riders live with a couple health remaining, as we saw there. Now got another shipment of Ulans now pulled on out from the stable. And he's going for more Ulans now. We do see Mongolian armies being pulled on out from the castle. Mongolian armies giving more step riders, as well as some Keshiks. Keshiks are a cavalry archer, and thus they will do bones damage versus those Ulans, so that's a good item. Step riders and Ulans are, of course, very similar, not too important there. We've got some Chuko news to pull it on out from the Summer Palace, and we've gotten more of standard armies giving a handful of Chuko news and more step riders. Flamethrower firing away does less damage versus cavalry, but nothing too significant less. It does explode, however. Keshiks now firing away. They do got ×4 damage versus heavy cap, but the damage output is pretty slow. Base damage, I should say, is low. Ulans have been battered and bruised, so it's probably best he doesn't push forward once again. And reinforcement, Mongolian army has been put on field. Now it's bringing a shipment of Quang pikemen. Quang pikemen will be good. He sees all the Ulans, so using some Quang pikemen to engage Ulans is a good idea. Another Mongolian army now pulled on the field. These forces are advancing way forward. There's no relationships selected at the moment. We may hold off and get diplomatic intrigue to get their discount on that. Does force these guys back. We do got a handful of crossbows, which will do bonus damage versus the Keshiks. Ulan's being picked off right here. When the Keshiks do go down there, Step Riders now trying to engage. It will be a counter to these crossbows. They get double damage versus them. And the Keshiks are just getting overwhelmed by the Ulans. Chinese player may want to slow down a little bit. It's currently not building any more villagers at the moment. Got a handful of research coming out. He has another shipment available. He does go for diplomatic intrigue. It'll be a bit of time before he can deploy out a army from the consulate. Oh, he has already selected the Prussians, the Germans, I should say. And don't see any shipments coming in just yet. This will, of course, give him 300 export to utilize, so he could probably bring a shipment of something. What does German gives you? Did they give you Ulans, or did they give you Doppeln soldiers? Or however else pronounce the two-handed swordsman. Mongol riders, steppe riders could find these crossbows. That'd be great. Pikemen advancing forward. And it's a horrible move order there by the German. Leave the crossbows behind and just run with the Ulans. Oops, I hit my microphone. And now we do have German Expeditionary Company giving him access to German's Y-handers, Doppeln soldiers, which will give him 3 of those heavy infantry. Settler wagons making way forward, trying to collect this coin. A large number of settler wagons advancing forward. They do have a great coast, so their health is increased. Settler wagons now trying to run away. Too many Ulans. So he will get he's defeated. Got a wave of disciples here as well. Settler wagons trying to be focused on. He's going to move forward. The Chinese explorers part to go down. It's hard to tell what's going on. I think none of the settler wagons went down. I think I heard maybe 1 or 2 villagers may have went down. Militia has been brought on the field. Looks like the German army has been disintegrated. Settler wagons trying to collect the resources now. We do have, looks like it's going for crossbows. And a handful of crossbows on the field does force him away. He does have a shipment available. He may want to get out the Irish Brigadiers. 11 Musketeers could be very useful at this moment. He can age up the moment. He may be on the age up. He is going to age up. He's bringing in the Exile Prince. You may want to focus on getting that coin out to get the Irish Brigadiers. I don't think he should take time for these units. Plus is a force of 11 Musketeers, which will be very useful this composition. 9 Ulans wouldn't be half bad. This could be not bad. The Prince Chevaliers, however you pronounce that. Or maybe the German Black Riders. He is almost halfway to another shipment as well. And he's currently not collecting up any coin at the moment, which I disagree. Castle now being put on the front line. The Chinese right now not close to aging up. No, yet. And now we do have Fortress Save. The Exiled Prince has been pulled on the field. Does get a shipment of crossbows there from him. And now we do have the Circle Armor giving him 13 Black Brunswickers. That will give him 13 Musketeers. Elephant does go down. Ming army's been put on the field. Give him Flying Pikemen and Keshiks, so anti-cav army. Chinese players at 26 villagers, opponents at 27, so it's a good number of settler wagons.
Aufgabe.
Still the 8.
Ja.
Step Rider does go down there.
Ja.
You may have saw the Black Brunswickers. Their damage doesn't seem too significant, but they do have a slightly better range than regular Musketeers. Let's see, Swift Musketeer, good against cavalry. Maybe the movement speed is faster. It's hard to tell that when they're in formation. Benefits promotions. And they are actually classified as native, not mercenary.
Ja,
Do have an outpost up here. These trees are pretty thick, and now do have a shipment of the crossbow upgrade. Upgrade all those crossbows to our rifleman variation. The Landvars. Landvars, however you pronounce that. I know a tiny bit of German pronunciation since I still cast Cup Heroes 1 and do mod making for Cup Heroes 2. I actually still touch my mod in Cup Heroes 2, just when something weird enters my mind. An army of 43 here, though you can probably discount 2 militiamen. It's very variable how much damage they can provide. Over here versus army of 33, which there are a handful of flamethrowers. And this force is almost entirely infantry, so these flamethrowers can do some significant amount of work. You got a couple more Mongolian armed on the field. At this point in time, that is not a good composition. He sees all the infantry. Mongolian army is, of course, one of the few things he can to pull up the castles. That's probably one of the reasons why he's going for them. He has advanced next age. He has deployed out the porcelain tower, gave him some resource generation. In this case, food. He may want to switch out the army of the Summer Palace once this army is deployed on the field. Go for another. He's bringing a shipment of Bayang army, giving him 8 Step Riders and Keshiks. And also, key thing to note as well, sets discipline research to active. So he's probably doing this not only for those units, but also for free research, which will give him, what, each that research at this age is 300 each, 200 wood, 100 coin. So that's 600 research there. Along with a 2 bannered armies, which usually cost. Let's just call that 350. So that is quite a bit of value for one card. Now his army is 60 out in the field versus opponent's army of 44. Can you activate in your setting the time right now? Let's see. It was F11, right? Yeah. I don't think there's any way for me to remove this, unless you know a way. Unless you're referring to just you want to see the passage of time.
Yeah.
I could probably try to find some just to cover it up. I don't know if any... Nope, that's not it. Yeah. No, I'm probably going to worry about that another day, honestly. I don't think I should do that in midstream. I could move the chat window up there, but some people like to see the scoreboard. So, you know, I can put the entire chat window up there. I may look at it once this replay is done. Some people like to see it, some people don't. Either way, we do have now the engagement here. Flamethrowers being pushed forward to the infantry. The Landwehrers in the background. Got some Doppler soldiers now engaging the flanks, engaging some good melee hits there onto the cavalry, ripping them apart. Putting Pikemen shaying those swordsmen having trouble there. Flamethrowers pushing forward, burning all those guys forward. 3 flamethrowers getting some great value damage there. Not often you see them actually successfully used. Cavalry Archers still here, so the Oolongs going to have some severe trouble. Landwehrers still being pulled out. They will be useful versus the Dippleship Keshiks. Flamethrowers are starting going down. Landwehrers are still holding strong. Keshiks falling back along the Chuko News. It was not a good victory for either side. Red may have technically won, but both sides lost quite a bit there. Blue has walled in this area up there. Probably just want to make sure this coin stays nice and secure, as well as past the elephants. I didn't see the Step Riders engage. May have gotten something hard to see. Yorbora, nope. And nope, that's not claimed either. It was like solid blue and like a light blue, but both are just not claimed. It looks like a shipment of an arquebus being put on the field. He is still bringing, and now he's going for the Ming armies and more flamethrowers. If someone goes more for the landwares, the flamethrowers will be useful for them. We do have a number of now Prince Shovelers, which are Dragoon variant that replace the war wagons. The Shovelugers, or however you pronounce that, they're still light cav, they're not heavy cav. Offering, don't see anything too spectacular for them. Food resources. They don't seem to all do special, honestly. I'm not sure what's the primary benefits. Maybe just you don't want to take time to invest in war wagons, which are perhaps a little bit more expensive. Either way, we do have now this force advance forward. We see these villagers get hit. Some of them do get hit there. Got some more flamethrowers among other forces there. Another Mongolian army now deployed on the field. Push way forward. Cavalry archers are not exactly great versus these landwares. But not bad either, just regularly effective. Flamethrowers getting some great damage here. Blonde's getting roasted alive to order the sauerkraut extra crispy. More of the Shovelugers starting to go on down now. They look like they will all be burned alive. Flamethrowers just only do 20% less damage versus cavalry, which is not terrible, but not great. They'll do 5 damage rather than 6, probably. And now the landwares are pulling back. A lot of Chinese forces push way forward. The German players eyeing for more landwares. He has quite a bit of coins stored up, and got more spam calls. And that is the end of the replay. Looks like the German player backs out of the game. This is Adam Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.